It's time to love the lanes again. From some of southeastern Wisconsin's finest bowling centers, this is the Brew City Bowling Show.
Good morning, bowling fans. We're back for a special edition of the Brew City Bowling Show. Everybody's getting ready for fall leagues. Hey, we're back here at Foxx Lanes in Waukesha for some fun early fall action. That's right, Baker mixed doubles, a fun format, some fun bowlers, and some good bowlers on the lanes as well. We're going to see who's going to take home the title today. We'll be back at Foxx Lanes after the short break. Make sure you stay tuned.
I'm excited to check this place out.
It's got to be better than our usual.
Feel invisible at other casinos?
Welcome. Great to see you.
Hey, we see you. Because at American Place, we go above and beyond to deliver not just great gaming and dining, but personal service and attention where nothing is overlooked. Especially you. American Place Casino.
Long time no see.
You have no idea.
There's still time for you to join the league and strike it rich at Foxx Lanes and Sussex Bowl. You can win a share of the $15,000 progressive jackpot every time you bowl, regardless of your average. Foxx Lanes is looking for teams or individual bowlers of any average to join their Monday mixers or Tuesday four-man leagues. And Sussex Bowl is looking for teams or individuals for their Wednesday mixed 5 per team. Don't miss out on your chance to strike it rich at Sussex Bowl and Foxx Lanes. And we are back to Foxx Lanes for our H5G Division Final. This is our teams that entered with averages below 420 for their team average. And they also do receive some equalizer pins. So Team Anderson, who you're going to see starting things off here on lanes 3 and 4 at Foxx Lanes, they're receiving 19 pins to even things out between the team averages. Let's get Tiffany Anderson underway here, and yikes, that's the dead pull left. And not the start that Tiffany was looking for. She's having a little chuckle at herself on the way back, but hey, she kept it on the lane, and still has a chance for the spare here. Tiffany averages 153, bowls at Midway Lanes in the Mineral Point area, along with her husband and teammate for this event, Matt, and a great spare there by Tiffany to get things underway for her team. Now here's Ann Mueller. Ann averages 181, does a lot of her bowling at Classic Lanes, Menominee Falls, and at New Berlin Bowl. And I really want to thank her dad, Ken Mueller, for introducing her to the sport of bowling. Get to see Ken a lot during the summer. We've been live streaming the American Place Casino Summer Sweeper Series from Country Lanes in Franklin on Wednesday nights. And Ken, been there week in, week out. Always good to try to stay sharp during the summer with sweepers like they run at Country Lanes. And toss came a little high there for Ann. She'll switch to the polyester ball for the spare attempt. Crossing at the spare, yikes, and that's just a bit of a pull. Could be a bit of a nerve issue right now. Never easy your first time under the TV lights. Heck, it's never easy your 100th time under the TV lights. And we'll see Ann's teammate, Steve Biskupski, coming up now. Steve, we've seen a few times before in the past on our Brew City Bowling shows. Does a lot of his bowling at Classic Greenfield and at River Center. And Steve wanted to thank his wife, Patty, for all the support she gives him, especially now as he tries to bowl some PBA 50 regional events. Great toss there by Stevie to get things underway. Matt Anderson, speaking of players we've seen before on the Brew City Bowling Show, we saw him at Classic Lanes Greenfield to wrap up our last season back in May. Good to see Matt making the show again. Matt averages 220, and want to thank his dad for everything he's done for his bowling career, even as a kid, all the way up through now. He wouldn't be bowling as good as he is now if it wasn't for his dad, he says, and a great toss there to get things underway. And an early advantage for Team Anderson here in our H5G Division match. Want to thank the Hainan family, not just owners of Foxx Lanes and Sussex Bowl, but also the owners of H5G brands, for their support of our Brew City Bowling Show events. They also support our PBA regional live streaming. Many of you have caught over the years when we get some regionals close to Wisconsin. PBA is kind enough to get us the rights to stream those for watching some great players. Like here last year at Fox Lanes, EJ Tacken took down a regional title on the live streaming. And a great cover there by Tiffany. Keep things clean for her team through 3. Ann's favorite machines in a casino if she makes a visit down to American Place. She likes piggy bank, but she really loves, and she wrote all the O's out, Buffalo! She says thanks to Kathy Stevens, the Milwaukee area USBC manager, for the introduction to Buffalo machines. So I know Kathy's busy getting the league season ready for everyone in the Milwaukee USBC, all of our local USBC association managers, getting into that busy time of year, getting the league secretaries all set, and getting ready to get leagues underway. Hopefully, if you're watching this today, if you're not already bowling in a league, hopefully you're thinking about it. You can come to some great local centers that support the Brew City Bowling Show, like Foxx Lanes, like Classic Greenfield, Root River Center, Blue Mountain Bowl. Get back in your leagues, get underway, have some fun, be social with people. That's the best part about league bowling. Do the best you can, but you can have a fun social time with a lot of people. Let's see what Biskupski can do here. 4th frame. He's also a fan of the Buffalo slot machines. And how about that as he gores down the 5-pin and tries to keep his team close here. Remember, the Andersons receiving 19 pins of equalizers. Keep our competition close between our different average ranges. And Matt Anderson looking to match Biskupski, striking the 4th. Keep his team well ahead. And how about that? Shred the rack for Anderson. If he wins today, he'll be looking for a Wheel of Fortune slot machine at American Place Casino to play. No jackpot shots, no spares for dough on this special episode of the Brew City Bowling Show. It's conventional 10-frame format. But we'd like to thank American Place for all their support, and especially when we come back with the full season of the Brew City Bowling Show coming up in November. Glad to have this special 3-week run. Here we're at Foxx Lanes for this show. Our next show will be a over 50, under 50 trios from Classic Lanes and Greenfield, and then we're going to wrap up our short little 3-week back to leagues with a show from Country Lanes in Franklin. And we'll be back to Foxx Lanes for the second half of our H5G Division Final.
Join the Bourbon Club for free at Country Lanes. Enjoy discounts on every pour and have your chance to win some great monthly prizes. Enjoy a pour before or after a great pizza at Country Lanes in Franklin. Get your 5-player teams together for the inaugural Root River Classic, featuring a $20,000 guaranteed first place team prize. Just a $250 entry fee for your team with optional singles and scratch team events. The Root River Classic is going to run from November 14th until December 28th on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Register using the QR code you can see on your screen, or go to rootriverwi.com for tournament details. There's still time for you to join a league and strike it rich at Foxx Lanes and Sussex Bowl. You could win a share of the $15,000 progressive jackpot every time you bowl, regardless of your average. Foxx Lanes is looking for teams or individual bowlers of any average to join their Monday mixers or Tuesday 4-man leagues, and Sussex Bowl is looking for teams or individuals for their Wednesday mixed 5 per team. Don't miss out on your chance to strike it rich at Sussex Bowl and Foxx Lanes. Welcome back to Foxx Lanes for this Baker Mixed Doubles special event on the Brew City Bowling Show. We had our bowlers continue rolling through the break in order to stay on time. And Mueller, a little bit of problem there. This is the head pin to the right, and on the spare attempt, a little too far right again. Leaves the 2-pin for an open frame. Teammate Steve Biskupski trying to keep the team close here. Good shot out of the hand in the 6th frame. It comes up in the pocket a little late. Almost received the messenger to take the 10 down. Steve went to the spare ball cross lane, covered it up in the 6th to try to keep his team close.
Matt Anderson looking to stay perfect for his strike attempts, and there he is, 3 for 3 as he strikes again in the 6th. His wife Tiffany, a little bit of a problem, missing the head pin right, leaves the washout. And on the spare attempt for Tiffany, just grabbed it a little too much on the bottom, went left, only took out the 4 pin. So this match is still up in the air as we enter the 7th frame for Mueller and Biskupski here from Foxx Lanes in Waukesha. You see the replay of Tiffany's spare attempt, trying to wave it over. But her team still in the lead. Don't forget, Team Anderson receiving 19 additional pins to equalize things out here in our H5G division. And a good toss. Wow, I thought that was going to hold for Ann, and unfortunately came up a bit high, leaves the 610. So Ann would love to be in the front row for a Jelly Roll concert. I don't know if he's coming back to Wisconsin anytime soon. I'm sure if he is, I'm sure we'll see Ann there in the concert. Maybe somebody can get her a pass up into the front row or backstage or something. And unfortunately, that ball went backstage quick into the gutter, and another open frame for Ann Mueller. It's not the afternoon she was hoping for to this point. Still a possible 193, though, for Mueller and Biskupski if they can strike out. Let's see what Steve can do here in the 8th frame. We asked Steve about his dream car he's always wanted to own. He says he's got it now. He's already owned 3 Ford Mustangs. Still wants another one. Should ask him if it would have to be like an older relic Mustang or one of the brand new ones. And a great toss there by Steve to try to keep his team's hopes alive here in this H5G division final. Watch that ball enter the pocket, take them all down. Now they're bowling on the Foxx Lanes house pattern today. Normally we have a little bit of a tougher pattern on our TV shows, but we figure, hey, it's August. Not everybody has been bowling all summer. People may not be super sharp. So we'll give them a couple more boards to get the ball down lane with and make things a little easier. And Matt finding this house pattern to his liking. I think Stefan Hanen going to be talking to Matt about bowling league here in the fall, making the 5-hour round trip from Mineral Point. Let's see what Tiffany can do here. Foundation frame for her and Matt. Almost tickled the 7 down. Definitely the best shot of the day there. You saw Tiffany taking a little less time before she got on the approach that time. Maybe just, hey, if I know what I'm doing, get up there and fire. I'm not going to have the nerves I've had on previous shots. Let's see what she can do here. Go cross lane at the spare. Getting it through that heavier concentration of oil in the middle on the house pattern, and Tiffany with a huge cover there in the 9th frame. You can see she's relieved her day is done on the lanes. But now still a chance for Mueller and Biskupski to get back in this match, but it's going to take a strike here. And Mueller to do that. And her best bowling memory, bowling her first 300 game. She wanted to thank Craig Walters for catching that 300 on video for her, and also the support she's received in the past from Keno Pearson and Bruce Freeman. Bruce, man, you took a lot of my money on Friday nights at Classic Lanes Greenfield back in the day, but that's a whole nother story for later. Unfortunately for Ann there, misses the head pin to the right again, and it's pretty much match over for Mueller and Biskupski. But they'll get a nice little cash award today for making the Brew City Bowling show. And, yeah, not the day Ann wanted, but, hey, you fought your way to get on TV. A good day before getting on the lanes, and I'm sure we would see Ann and Steve back here again for another Baker Mixed Doubles event. So that's one of the great things about the sport of bowling, especially because we're showing it off here with the H5G division. You've got a player like Stevie who averages 230. You've got a player like Tiffany that averages 153. You use those equalizer pins. You can balance things out, have some fun competition. Sure, everybody wants to take the W and the big check out of the building. But being able to come out and bowl with your friends and make new friends while you're out here, that's pretty important at this local level of the sport. And that's one of the reasons why we do the Brew City Bowling Show. We like showing off players of all averages and how much fun anybody can have out here on the lanes. And Stevie Biskupski, these might be brand new lanes here at Foxx Lanes with those Brunswick Pro-Am lanes they put in over the summer. But they're still 60 feet in length, Stevie. That ball kind of needed the 70-foot lane there if it was going to find the head pin. You see there, he's just looking at the scoreboard, knows they're done. Not the way that Ann and Steve wanted to finish. But you can't go wrong with second place in the tournament. After working hard all day and a nice cover to finish things off. Unfortunately, only 151 for Mueller and Biskupski. And Team Anderson's going to take home our H5G division today. 2 more matches remaining on the show.
Thanks, Dan.
We've got Lauren Samuel and Dan Svensson taking on Chris Mueller and Gina Hurst in our opening match for our main division of the event. As you see, Matt celebrating 5 attempts, 5 strikes. He's having a good day, and he may be talking to Stefan Hanen about signing up for league here. Winner of that scratch division opening match is going to take on our hosts, Stefan Hanen, Cassie Hanen, our top seeds, after qualifying. And wow, Matt got away with that one a little bit. A little extra speed, a little less hand. He knows he's having a little fun with it right now. So we're going to let Matt finish things off here. We're going to take a little bit of a break. And we'll be back to Foxx Lanes in Waukesha with our next match here on the Brew City Bowling Show. There's still time for you to join a league and strike it rich at Foxx Lanes and Sussex Bowl. You could win a share of the $15,000 progressive jackpot every time you bowl, regardless of your average. Foxx Lanes is looking for teams or individual bowlers of any average to join their Monday mixers or Tuesday four-man leagues. And Sussex Bowl is looking for teams or individuals for their Wednesday mixed 5 per team. Don't miss out on your chance to strike it rich at Sussex Bowl and Foxx Lanes. Here's the fall league openings at Classic Lanes in Greenfield. Great senior leagues on Wednesdays at 9:15 a.m. and Thursdays at 1 p.m. A fun 5-person mixed on Thursdays at 6:30. Get your weekend started with a 4-person mixed on Fridays at 6:45. Get your weekends rolling in a 4-person mixed league every other week on Saturdays or Sundays at 6:30 p.m. Call 414-282-6400 to sign up or go to ClassicLanesGreenfield.com for all your specials and league info. And we're back to Foxx Lanes for our semifinal here for the Foxx Lanes Baker Mixed Doubles on the Brew City Bowling Show. Lauren Samuel, Dan Swenson against Chris Mueller, Gina Hurst. And interesting to see that our number 2 seeds with Samuel and Swenson deciding that they want to finish the match last. So Dan Swenson is going to know what he needs when he steps up. Let's see Lauren's first shot under our TV lights here on the Brew City Bowling Show. A little light getting in the pocket, and the 6-pin gets lazy and doesn't take down the 10. Lauren and Dan coming in from the Madison area for this event. We saw the Andersons last match coming in from Mineral Point. Now we have players from Madison. We've had players from Wausau on the show over recent time. We had Sue and Tim Walter try to qualify today from the Wausau area. Didn't quite make the show, but I know they had a good time during the event, and we are starting to get statewide here on the Brew City Bowling Show with bowlers trying to come in and get their 15 minutes of bowling fame on television. Chris Miller, we've seen him here at Foxx Lanes before on the Brew City Bowling Show, as he and Gina Hurst took down one of our opening Season 2 events at River Lanes to become our American Place Casino Royal Roller Match inaugural champions, and then they were knocked off here when they tried to defend at Foxx Lanes. As Mueller, a little light, piles up enough pins by the 10 and doesn't take it down. Chris and Gina taking care of business at Rich Mueller's Pro Shop inside of River Lanes. And we'll talk a little bit more about a big tournament River Center's starting up this fall season for 5-player team tournament with $20,000 on top. Gina Hurst packs all 10 back, and a good solid start for that team, as we're going to get our first look on the Brew City Bowling Show at Dan Swenson. Swenson does his bowling at Dream Lanes in Madison. And I wanted to thank his grandfather, Richard Olson, Herb Kibble, Jeff Rickles, our good friend at 11thframe.com, Chris Gibbons, Lauren, and Casey Gibney, as that one comes up a bit light for Dan. And he leaves the railroad. So once again, these players attacking the Fox View Lanes house pattern. One would expect once these bowlers shake some nerves and get the good focus in, we could see a lot of strikes being piled on under the TV lights. We saw a bunch of them during qualifying today. A few big games in the 250s and above as qualifying was going on earlier. Lauren loves the Madison bowling community. Longtime partners with Dan Swenson for mixed doubles events. And get that 8 out of there. Doesn't quite go for Lauren. And this is an interesting answer. We asked her, what car or truck have you always wanted to own? She says, a driverless one. I guess that would make some of the trips to bowling tournaments go a little bit faster. You can kick back, relax, while the car takes care of business or the truck takes care of business, depending on how many bowling balls you're bringing along to a tournament. You know, some of these players bring along 6, 8, 10 bowling balls to an event to handle all the different lane conditions they might run into. And we've got the Cornish hen on the board for Lauren Samuel and Dan Swenson. Of course, that's 3 spares in a row. If your 3 strikes is a turkey, your 3 spares is a Cornish hen. Let's see what Chris Miller can do here, looking to pile on. First double of the day for his team, and he gets the 6 down, he gets the 7 down, he gets the 4 down. They all go down. Chris wanted to thank his mom and dad and his brother, along with his Uncle Rich, for everything they've done in his bowling career. And Gina Hurst, yikes, that ball made a big left turn. She was a little bit left on that shot. Gina, one of the coaches of the Franklin High School bowling team. I know she's already getting things set in the preseason. They'll be starting practices and tryouts in October for high school bowling once again. Hopefully we start to see those numbers go back up. I know in several of the districts around the Milwaukee area, participation numbers have been, holding steady. But it's such a great sport to be involved with for youth bowlers. And with the different levels of competition, including junior varsity competition, bowlers don't have to be out here averaging 220 to participate in high school bowling. If you don't know if your high school offers a bowling program, check in with the high school themselves or check in with the Bowling Centers Association of Wisconsin. Go to bowlwi.com. And they've got links there for high school bowling and middle school bowling. See if there's a program available for your youth player to bowl in high school. And let's see what Lauren can do here as we're going to get into our break for this match. Takes all 10 down. That's double on the board for Samuel and Svensson. And we've got ourselves a tight match here at Fox View Lanes. We're going to bowl through the break. We'll see you back here on the other side.
Hey, Steve, your favorite slots are open.
They remember my name and my game?
Your usual, Steve?
They're like mind readers.
Blackjack!
Is this heaven?
No, it's American Place Casino.
Wait, are you in my head?
Come on, Steve. That'd be weird.
We're not mind readers, but we create an experience that's just for you. American Place Casino.
This place rules!
I know, right?
Get your 5-player teams together for the inaugural Root River Classic, featuring a $20,000 guaranteed first-place team prize. Just a $250 entry fee for your team with optional singles and scratch team events. The Root River Classic is going to run from November 14th until December 28th on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Register using the QR code you can see on your screen or go to rootriverwi.com for tournament details. Here's the Fall League openings at Classic Lanes in Greenfield. Great senior leagues on Wednesdays at 9:15 a.m. and Thursdays at 1 p.m. A fun 5-person mixed on Thursdays at 6:30. Get your weekend started with a 4-person mixed on Fridays at 6:45. Get your weekends rolling in a 4-person mixed league every other week on Saturdays or Sundays at 6:30 p.m. Call 414-282-6400 to sign up or go to ClassicLanesGreenfield.com for all your specials and league info. Join the Bourbon Club for free at Country Lanes. Enjoy discounts on every pour and have your chance to win some great monthly prizes. Enjoy a pour before or after a great pizza at Country Lanes in Franklin. Back at Foxx View Lanes for our Baker Mix doubles here in the Brew City Bowling Show. We had them keep rolling through the break. Chris Mueller looking to keep his team close. Hits the pocket, a little bit of a weak 7. Polyester ball picks up the spare. Gina Hurst steps up in the 6th frame. That ball pretty much on target line till it creeps high. 6th frame, leaves the 4-pin, no problem looking across lane at the spare to pick that up. Dan Swenson looking to get his team out to a turkey. His first shot after the break gets it done, and Lauren Samuel let's take that out to a 4-bagger. Great toss by Lauren, dead flush, and a big advantage now for Lauren and Dan as we get into our final frames. Our semifinal match, Cassie Haanen, Stefan Haanen waiting in the wings for the winner of this match and the $600 top prize going home with our victors today. Chris Mueller has always wanted to own a 1990 Chevy Silverado 454 SS. That would be a powerful vehicle to go with. Powerful strike, but wow, that's a bit odd. You saw the head pin go to the sideboard and come back in front of the 6-pin. That entry angle that Chris is using. Yeah, that's a bit odd right there. Usually you see everything mix up and take that 6 and 10 down on the light hits. Cross lane at the spare, no problem on the cover for Chris Mueller, but he and Gina Hurst are having their frames run out, and they know their opponents are working on a big string of strikes right now. Pretty much mandatory strike mode for Hurst and Mueller if they want to have a chance in this match. And that's a little left to target again, and yikes, last time we saw a 4-pin for Gina. This time we find the 3, 4, 6, 7, 10.
I mean, I'd have one.
And I'd give Gina Hurst a bowler of her capabilities
We'll have one.
probably a 10% chance of converting this wide open split. Hey, that's got a chance, everybody. Hey, how about that? Takes them all down, and still an outside hope.
Good bowler takes 5 at a
Mueller
time,
and
Gina.
Hurst as the crowd gives
Hey, it was a shot otherwise if you missed it.
Gina a little grief about getting half at a time. So Danny Glubka in the crowd. Many of you might remember Dan and Gina Dereshevsky's big run during season 2 of the Brew City Bowling Show, where they won 6 American Place Casino Royal Roller matches. They had a blast when they went down to American Place, and there you see for Dan right there. Yeah, he's happy that's just a 4-pin. So
Oh, we're driving it.
Dan's car truck he's always wanted to own. Says he's not much of a car person. Just give me a reliable one. I'm good. Nothing wrong with that at all. You want to get to point A to point B. Whoa, speaking of point A to point B, that had a little second look at it for Dan. I don't think that's the way he really wanted to shoot at that 4-pin. But a 26-pin advantage for Samuel and Swenson as Lauren Samuel steps up, foundation frame. Loves to play blackjack when she's at the casino. And would have loved back in the day to have a front row seat at a Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers concert. That 6-pin heartbreaking for Lauren there as it sits in front of the 10, wiggles it, but does not take it down. Take a look at that replay. Watch that 6 she was staring at. She knew it needed a little help to get the 10 out. But she'll switch to the polyester, go cross lane, and a little bit of a pull, yeah. And that has changed the dimensions of this match, because now, even though Chris Mueller and Gina Hurst can't shut out Samuel and Swenson, as the max for Chris and Gina is 220. While Dan Swenson can strike out for 224 in the 10th. Chris can really up the stakes here. The foundation frame. He's staring it down. He likes it, and you see why. 5 pin gets to the 10. Shreds things up, and now Gina Hurst knows. You can see from that smile. It's up to her. It's going to take a couple of strikes here in the 10th to put the pressure on Dan Swenson in that team's half of the 10th. Once again, waiting in the wings, Cassie Hayden, Stefan Hayden, and yikes, that may be the worst ball we've seen Gina throw on several appearances on TV. And that's going to pretty much end the day for Gina and Chris. As even with a spare here and a strike in the 10th, they're at 200. Dan would just need 7 pins and 2 shots to exceed that. And that one hooks away from the 3 pin, leaving the 9. And we know who is advancing to the championship match here today in the Fox View Baker mixed doubles. It's going to be Dan Swenson and Lauren Sammel. As Swenson just going to try to find something big here. See if maybe he tries another ball on the fill. Hey. How about that slow roller messenger? Sometimes you hear people say there's no messengers on these Kubica AMF edge string pin setters. Dan Swenson says, let me show you how it's done. Watch that head pin come back across, take the roll over, and take that 10 down. So now he's going to run with what he brung. He's going to stick with that same ball to finish out the match. A little lighter, scrambles everything up. So Lauren Sammel, Dan Swenson going to be battling Cassie Hayden and Stefan Hayden for the title here at the Fox View Baker Mixed Doubles. $600 on the line for that title today. We're going to let Dan finish things up here, and we'll be back with that championship match. Fox View Lanes in Waukesha here on the Brew City Bowling Show. There's still time for you to join the league and strike it rich at Fox View Lanes and Sussex Bowl. You could win a share of the $15,000 progressive jackpot every time you bowl, regardless of your average. Fox View Lanes is looking for teams or individual bowlers of any average to join their Monday mixers or Tuesday four-man leagues. And Sussex Bowl is looking for teams or individuals for their Wednesday mixed 5 per team. Don't miss out on your chance to strike it rich at Sussex Bowl and Fox View Lanes. South Shore Bowl has great bowling deals for you. With all-you-can-bowl glow bowling on Friday and Saturday nights, and our Sunday Fun Day special. See all the info at southshorebowl.com. Here's the Fall League openings at Classic Lanes in Greenfield. Great senior leagues on Wednesdays at 9:15 a.m. and Thursdays at 1 p.m. A fun 5-person mixed on Thursdays at 6:30. Get your weekend started with a 4-person mixed on Fridays at 6:45. Get your weekends rolling in a 4-person mixed league every other week on Saturdays or Sundays at 6:30 p.m. Call 414-282-6400 to sign up or go to ClassicLanesGreenfield.com for all your specials and league info. Get your 5-player teams together for the inaugural Root River Classic featuring a $20,000 guaranteed first place team prize. Just a $250 entry fee for your team with optional singles and scratch team events. The Root River Classic is going to run from November 14th until December 28th on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Register using the QR code you can see on your screen or go to rootriverwi.com for tournament details. And we're back to Fox View Lanes in Waukesha for our championship match of the Fox View Lanes Baker Mixed Doubles here on the Brew City Bowling Show. Our number 2 seeds, Lauren Sammel and Dan Swenson, got through that semifinal match. A late flurry of strikes, and now they're battling our hosts, Cassie Hayden and Stefan Hayden, here for the championship and $600 in cash to our winners. Lauren Sammel, her best bowling memory, shooting an 804, and she called a unassuming work league. Sometimes sometimes that's the best way to do it. You don't have all the eyes on you. You know you're shooting for a big series. And it takes a little pressure off. Well, no chance for that today because you have all the TV lights. You know the pressure's on. You know people are going to be watching you here on the Brew City Bowling Show. Let's see if Lauren and Dan can respond here in the championship match, because this is a team that has fired strikes all day long with Cassie and Stefan Hanen. Cassie starting things off here on lane 4. And that may need a little help to come up. Yeah, that one just a little too far right here on this Foxx Lanes house pattern. You have some recovery room, but if that ball gets out to the dry a little too early, it uses too much energy and doesn't have that full hook back to the pocket, and that's what Cassie found out right there as she leaves the bucket. Cassie wanted to thank her dad, Todd, her mom, Monica, her sister, Melissa, and her future brother-in-law, Matt Gasson, for all their support with the sport. And, of course, first name on that list was her husband, Stefan, and their kids. It's never easy juggling successful businesses and keeping that family work balance, but Stefan and Cassie have done it quite well. Got to see their daughter Harlow a little earlier today. She took down a giant stuffed bear out of one of the game machines here at Foxx Lanes. I've never seen a kid happier in my life. It's neat to see. Stefan here starting things off on lane 3, and he's looking to get a little revenge on this TV pair. We've seen him on it a couple of times on Brew City Bowling Show episodes, and he's had some problems kicking corner pins out. Not that time for Stefan, as it was a little bit slow with the 7 going down, but there you see a little bit of a celebration by Stefan as they're clean through 2. Let's see what Dan can do here. Get a double on the board for his team in an early lead. And Dan, we see he loves to play the lanes very direct, and he's finding this Foxx Lanes house pattern to his liking, as he has tossed a bunch of strikes today along with his partner Lauren. They're pretty easy to read off of each other's ball motion. You gotta have that to be a successful doubles partner at any level of any sport. Gotta be able to know what they're thinking, what they're gonna do, and another great toss by Lauren. And the opening turkey as they're trying to take this Foxx Lanes Baker McDoubles championship back to Madison. Watch the replay there. 10 back. Cassie looking to get her team to a double here in the 3rd frame. Cassie would love to own a Ford Mustang for her dream car. Good classic Mustang. That's a classic 10 back right there for Cassie. And you can see they want to win this title, even though it's their home center, even though they've been hosts all day. And you can know a lane pattern as much as you want. You can know how the lanes play as much as you want. You still have to be able to throw that ball very well. Take a title anywhere, let alone in your home center. And a great toss there for 3 in a row for Team Hanen. And this match has Stefan with the air high fives on the way back, taking care of business. Stefan wanted to give a big shout out to his grandpa, Jerry Stars. It was pretty cool to see last year after these Kupka Edge string pin setters went in. The man that threw out the first ball on these new pin setters was his grandpa, Jerry Stars. 97 years young for Jerry. Long time. Bowling proprietor and a veteran of the U.S. military, as well as Swenson keeps his team perfect through 4. Let's see what Lauren Samuel can do here. Can we get the 5-bagger? Yes, she can. 5-pin takes the 7 out late, and boy, oh boy. We give out a $300 award for 300 games here on the Brew City Bowling Show. Could we be giving out our first $300 award in the series history? Just never know. Let's see what Cassie Hanen can do here to keep striking and keep pressure on the opponents. That needs some help. Yeah, that was just a little left and a hair slow on the ball speed for Cassie. You know, she's running over to get that polyester spare ball. Last thing you want to do is hook at that 3-6-10 combination and have the ball chop the 3 off. But yikes, yet there's the issue sometimes. You catch that little extra oil in the middle on a house pattern, and the ball hydroplanes a bit. It slides behind the 3-pin and an open frame for the Haynens as we've reached the halfway point of our championship match. There you see that ball trying to pick up for Cassie and just does it a little too late. Can't hook back that little bit into the 3-pin. Great toss there to bounce back for Stefan. We're going to take our last break of the day. We'll be back here at Foxx Lanes for our Foxx Lanes Baker Mixed Doubles Championship. Join the Bourbon Club for free at Country Lanes. Enjoy discounts on every pour and have your chance to win some great monthly prizes. Enjoy a pour before or after a great pizza at Country Lanes in Franklin. There's still time for you to join the league and strike it rich at Foxx Lanes and Sussex Bowl. You could win a share of the $15,000 progressive jackpot every time you bowl, regardless of your average. Foxx Lanes is looking for teams or individual bowlers of any average to join their Monday mixers or Tuesday four-man leagues, and Sussex Bowl is looking for teams or individuals for their Wednesday mixed 5 per team. Don't miss out on your chance to strike it rich at Sussex Bowl and Foxx Lanes. Get your 5-player teams together for the inaugural Root River Classic featuring a $20,000 guaranteed first place team prize. Just a $250 entry fee for your team with optional singles and scratch team events. The Root River Classic is going to run from November 14th until December 28th on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Register using the QR code you can see on your screen or go to rootriverwi.com for tournament details.
Hey, Steve, your favorite slots are open.
They remember my name and my game?
Your usual, Steve?
They're like mind readers.
Blackjack.
Is this heaven?
No, it's American Place Casino.
Wait, are you in my head?
Come on, Steve. That'd be weird.
We're not mind readers, but we create an experience that's just for you. American Place Casino.
This place rules!
I know, right?
We're back at Foxx Lanes for the Baker Mixed Doubles Championship here on the Brew City Bowling Show. The good news for Dan Swenson and Lauren Samuel, they're on the front 5 strikes. They're in the lead. Bad news is they don't have that big of a lead over Cassie and Stefan Haynen. They need to stretch it out. Let's see what Dan can do here in the 6th frame. How about a 6-pack of strikes? There we go. You could see he was confident with that shot. By the time that ball got to about 30 feet down the lane, and we are halfway to perfection for Team Swenson and Samuel. Could we be giving away that $300 Perfect Game Award for the first time in the Brew City Bowling Show history? We'll find out. Do we have the front 7? Yes, we do. Samuel and Swenson off to a great start here in the championship match, but they're not fully out of it yet. Right now, they're pacing 260 if they were to go spare strike the rest of the way off the sheet. Haynen can shoot 255 if they can strike out here from the 7th frame on. How about that trip 4 for Cassie? Thought we'd see a little bit more of a smile out of her for that one. There's a bit of a smile on the way back. They know their work's cut out. They're down by 45, but it's not over. All it takes is a mistake by the opponent to get back in this match. Stefan wanted to thank his wife Cassie and the kids, Harlow, Xander, Wesley, and Vance, for letting him juggle around not just owning a bowling center, but bowling on the PBA Regional Tour as well. Stefan, the Pat Patterson Award winner on the PBA Midwest region for 2024. All the support he's given the PBA Regional program over the last couple of years. And Stefan hosting a PBA Regional here in September. We'll talk about those exact dates on our next show. Will we get 8 in a row for that team? No, you can see Dan. Thought we'd have a second chance of the messenger, but it falls off the back, and you can see Dan just wasn't happy with the release on that shot. He knew he was pretty much on target line, but got the oil a little too early. Didn't let that ball properly hook up into the 1-3 pocket, and the 6-pin just falls flat. So we're going to keep that $300 for the perfect game in our back pocket here at the Brew City Bowling Show. As Dan with the huge cover, because an open frame there really could have let the Hanens back in this match. Let's see if Lauren Sammel can pick her partner up here in the foundation frame. Lauren gets herself set. That little timing step on the 5-step delivery. Gets up in the pocket, takes them all down. And it's mandatory strike mode for the Hanens. They need to get to 255. That would force a mark in the 10th frame. Oh no, that would force good count in the 10th frame out of Dan Swenson. So let's see what Cassie can do here. Cassie, back in 2016, won the Wisconsin Women's State All Events Scratch. And she won the doubles event that year as well. And the app or website she visits every day, well, I'd visit it too, especially now with the league season coming into play. Get your brand new jerseys for your bowling season, h5gbrands.com. You see Cassie and Stefan both wearing good-looking H5G jerseys. Cassie with the skirts, Stefan with the slacks. That match, and Stefan knows, well, it might not be fully over yet if I can keep striking, but he's going to have to get this one in the 11th and one more. Stefan's a fan of 3-card poker in the casino. That's always a fun little game, especially if you get that straight flush, get yourself that 50-to-1 payoff on a nice little bet. Is that going to hold? Yes, it does. Shreds the rack. So if he strikes here, it's going to force Dan Swenson to get 9 on 2 balls. Because if he were to go 8 out, it would also be a 255. And we've seen stranger things happen. You see players go high, leave a Greek church. You see a super washout. So, yeah, you see he's talking it over there with Matt Anderson. Just making sure what you need when you get up to the go. And there's really no defense in bowling, so Dan's going to have to get up and throw the best shot he can here like he's done all day long. 9 or more on the first ball. Lauren and Dan will take home that $600 first place prize, 8 or less. And we'll still have some excitement out here on lanes 3 and 4 at Foxx Lanes. He would have loved to have seen Elvis Presley back in the day. Let's see if the pins agree with them here. Don't be cruel, carry them all down. And we've got ourselves winners with Dan Swenson and Lauren Sammel. This inaugural Fox View Baker Mixed Doubles title going back to Madison. And I know Dan's good friend Jeff Rickles might be writing about this one on the 11thframe.com blog after it airs. One of the favorite things Dan says he likes to do in a casino, listen to Jeff Rickles while he's playing craps. Yeah, there you see, nice and relaxed. He knows the match is done, a great toss. This is the highest scoring match. Now, we've done TV in southeastern Wisconsin for 17 years. We had some shows back in the day on Time Warner Cable Sports Channel and on Spectrum Sports. Now we're here on My 24 Milwaukee. This is officially the highest scoring match head-to-head we've had in 17 years. Bowling shows in southeastern Wisconsin. We've had a 300 game before, but we've never had a 279 to 255 battle. Unbelievable here today at Foxx Lanes. Here's the fall league openings at Classic Lanes in Greenfield. Great senior leagues on Wednesdays at 9:15 a.m. and Thursdays at 1 p.m. A fun 5-person mixed on Thursdays at 6:30. Get your weekend started with a 4-person mixed on Fridays at 6:45. Get your weekends rolling in a 4-person mixed league every other week on Saturdays or Sundays at 6:30 p.m. Call 414-282-6400 to sign up or go to ClassicLanesGreenfield.com for all your specials and league info.
Good morning, bowling fans. We're back for a special edition of the Brew City Bowling Show. Everybody's getting ready for fall leagues. Hey, we're back here at Foxx Lanes in Waukesha for some fun early fall action. That's right, Baker mixed doubles, a fun format, some fun bowlers, and some good bowlers on the lanes as well. We're going to see who's going to take home the title today. We'll be back at Foxx Lanes after the short break. Make sure you stay tuned.
I'm excited to check this place out.
It's gotta be better than our usual.
Feel invisible at other casinos?
Welcome. Great to see you.
Hey, we see you. Because at American Place, we go above and beyond to deliver not just great gaming and dining, but personal service and attention where nothing is overlooked. Especially you. American Place Casino.
Long time no see.
You have no idea.
There's still time for you to join the league and strike it rich at Foxx Lanes and Sussex Bowl. You could win a share of the $15,000 progressive jackpot every time you bowl, regardless of your average. Foxx Lanes is looking for teams or individual bowlers of any average to join their Monday mixers or Tuesday four-man leagues. And Sussex Bowl is looking for teams or individuals for their Wednesday mixed 5 per team. Don't miss out on your chance to strike it rich at Sussex Bowl and Foxx Lanes. What an incredible battle in our championship match here for the Foxx Lanes Baker mixed doubles. Cassie and Stefan Hanen with a huge 255 game. It's not enough as Lauren Sammel and Dan Swenson come out of the gates with the front 7 before taking that victory 279 to 255, taking home the $600 first place prize here from Foxx Lanes in Waukesha. We're not done with this run of the Brew City Bowling Show yet, as we will be back next week from Classic Lanes in Greenfield with a fun event and over-under 50 mixed trios. At least one woman on a team and at least one player over 50 on a team. We'll see you back here from Classic Lanes Greenfield on next week's Brew City Bowling Show.